Update me on the situation. This seems to have gotten a little out of hand.
It has indeed. Take a seat. So I bought this planer on Facebook Market for $125. Now that is an insanely cheap price. So these are like $300 to $500 new, depending on which one you get. The guy told me that it was working. Cheapest ones I've seen on Facebook are $300. They just don't go down in price. But so when I saw this one, I jumped on it. There were a myriad of problems. So this was not level. The table like rocked back and forth because it wasn't level. I have already gotten the replacement part, but I'm gonna put some clips after this of the whole, how everything leading up to this moment has been just a trial by fire. So these are like, so this is where we're at. I taking everything apart. Cannot for the life of me get this to feed properly. Again, I think the table might be warped. That's not what we want. So I'm trying to get this table fixed up. This, I don't know if it's level. I just texted the guy that I bought it from to see if he had any tricks. I don't know. I'm getting kind of annoyed. Big hopes of getting this finished today. Yesterday did not go as I thought. We have this whole situation taken apart. Now, I did realize that there was a dent here that I didn't notice. So I feel like this whole thing was dropped. And that actually explains a lot of what issues I've been having. Because none of this shit was square. None of this shit was level or true or whatever you want to call it. So I took it all apart and now I'm slowly cleaning it, putting it back together. When I took off this bearing race, as you can see on my TikTok, there was actually a washer under this spring because these have little spring action situation. And someone had put a washer underneath this spring. I'm assuming that's because it had come out of true somehow. I'm hoping when I reassemble it, it'll be more square to itself, but only time will tell. And now we're back. So we found out the problem was in this gearbox. If you can get a close up of this. So this gearbox lives right here on the machine. And what was happening, as you can see from the footage, it wasn't feeding stuff through. So I got this gearbox and I was like, well, it seems to be working. And as I was spinning it to put it on, this was spinning and nothing was happening because that, can you see that? This little piece right here was broken. It was sheared off. Now, I don't know if I did this because I tried it while the table and the head were unaligned. This is also a fairly common problem with the wind joiner. So this aftermarket part is readily available. We are getting this gearbox put in. Hopefully this is gonna make a working planer. Nice and greasy. It looks like it's just a whole unit that you just replace. I was wondering if originally if I could get just this gear replaced, but this was $40. So if this works, we've got a pretty solid planer for the price. Now how did this go back together? So this looks good. Seems to all be in working order. Might have to refer back to my photos to see how this thing went back on. I think that's correct. So it wouldn't go like this. It would go in like this. Okay, so then these long boys go in here. Okay, this is seeming right. Okay, I've got the gearbox on now. Okay, so I'm just doing this all by memory, but I believe in myself.
We believe in you too.
Thanks, honey.
How's it going?
It's good. I forgot to put this little spacer back there. That's why I thought I put this together wrong. But I think we're correct. I should have put on gloves because this is greasy. Double check that all these are tightened. Torque spec is yes. I think I look cool with the nose ring. What do you guys think? We've got all the gearbox put back together. I think everything is correct. Everything is like salt. Seems within tolerance.
Does it normally have this in front of it or something?
No, that was a little piece.
Oh, okay.
That piece is back there. Okay. So theoretically, we turn this on and make sure everything works, which I think I'm gonna do before I put it too much back together. So, batten down the hatches. Are the hatches battened?
Yes. I'm scared.
Seems good. So now I gotta get this reassembled.
Did that spin before?
Yeah, but it stopped very easily. It would spin, but it would stop immediately when you put a piece of wood in there, so.
Almost the moment of truth, eh?
Now the next thing, this bar goes through to the underside, and then you spin this rod, and there's like a little like linkage down below that spins this one. That's how they go up and down. So I gotta remember how I got this in without disassembling the entire thing, which was kind of a little bit of a situation.
I feel like you learned a lot about planers.
I did. I learned a lot about planers.
Did I say it right?
Yeah, finally, not planters.
No, I didn't say planters. I said
Planters.
planters.
Yeah.
And what are they? Planers.
Planer. It's the same thing. Doesn't matter. Okay, so we shove this up into there, put that down into there, and then we gotta flip this thing on its back like a turtle. Whoa. Easy. So, yeah! Shove this thing under here. Okay. This little bolt goes in here.
I'm impressed you remember all this.
I am too. I did not know if I was going to, but apparently I'm some sort of genius.
Okay.
What I feared might happen did happen, and now we're no longer aligned with the bed. But that's okay.
Does that mean it's no longer square?
Yeah, so as you can see now, the table rocks just a little bit. So I gotta get that fixed, and it's actually pretty easy to do so. So I'm taking these little set screws out of here, because that allows us to loosen this bolt and this bolt, and this is what determines the height, right? You see when I'm spinning that, the whole head is moving downward.
It looks like you've maybe taken a step back.
No, well, okay, so now the table is flat. So what's happening is table was rocking, so something was twisted. So I took a step back to take a step forward. Oh, I remember how I did it. So what I've got to do now is I've got to take two pieces of wood that I know are the same size, and I've got to put them on the bed here. I've got to use that to make sure that my head is spaced correctly. Now I remember.
Light bulb.
Light bulb. Okay, so what I've done now that the table is flat, see it doesn't rock anymore? See that? Pan out and see that. Check it out. Solid, flat on the table, which is what we want. Before it was twisted, it would rock back and forth. That's flat, dead flat. So we got these two pieces. We're going to set the head down on top of these so that we'll get the correct equal distance. So theoretically, we should be good to go. Let's see. Hey, light. That one, just this one, okay. You're good. Okay. Grab the old rubber mallet. You can just slide on eventually. There we go. Woo! Alright, we're on, baby. Back to rocking. God damn it. Keep that there, and we tighten this from the bottom. Does that work? Okay, I think we got her pretty solid. Okay, I'm gonna get these screwed back in. Barely tighten that until it stops. We don't over tighten it at all. And then we insert our bottom little set screw, and that should keep us in the same spot. We hope. Now I'm hoping that putting this lid on doesn't make it go like out of true. Let's hope not.
Sorry for that shoddy filming.
You know, hey, we're doing the best we can. Okay. Moment of truth, does it rock back and forth? A little bit. God damn it. Why are we rocking? It's not bad though. It's not bad. Okay, so we just took everything off yet again to realign it, and I think it's working. I'm just not gonna tighten these things on at all because I don't want them to like go out of alignment. Let's hope. Here's hoping. Okay, so two things left to do. Put this little knob on. Let's hope we have the hole somewhere. So I'm gonna say it's this one for sure. A little plastic cap, and then we are ready to plane some wood. Let's give it a shot.
In all honesty, I don't even know what this machine does.
Nothing's happening. Everything so far is working. We just don't know how much we're pulling off right now. So something's off. We don't know what. Try it again. Did it? Oh yeah, it cut a little bit. Oh! Yay! That worked.
What did you do?
I lowered it.
I know what it does now.
Dude, we got her working. We got her freaking working. It's a little bit off still, but I'm pretty freaking stoked about it. Whenever we put the cover on, this thing like sprung into like all the wrong like alignment. So I'm just gonna trust myself to be safe. I'll probably put some like warning stickers on the side of this and just leave it without the cover because that was just annoying me. Beautiful. really nice surface. We do the caliper here. We're at 0.783. On this side, we're at 0.783. Holy shit, we're right on, boys. Shouts out to Facebook Market. Gonna find a place to put this, find a stand, build a stand for it, and then we're gonna be in business, baby. We can make some cutting boards or something. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Love you.